Why hello there, darlings. My name is Deckertia Pay, Beast Chronicler Extraordinaire. Or at least one day I will be. My goal is to explore every planet in this universe and create an entry in my bestiary for every unique species that I encounter. Prepare yourselves to hear about some of the most fascinating beasties this universe has to offer. Let me begin by sharing the stories of 3 fantastical beasts from the planet known as Ratava. The polar sacalatls live in the northern part of the planet. The continent where they hail from is surrounded by icy mountains, snowy fields, and frigid oceans. The polar sacalatls were first thought to be just Native American myths. That is, until I laid eyes on them myself. I found a pack of the species living together in a remote area of the continent. They came in a variety of colors. They all had bear-like features in the face, torso, and hind legs. They had long tails with jelly-like substances surrounding their tails. They had fins on their forearms and antennae, or feelers perhaps, on the outer portion of their faces. The pack displays skills in hand-to-hand combat and proficiency with small weaponry as witnessed by their combat practice. On my expedition, I found a select few individuals in the species that were gifted engineers capable of creating things that are breathtaking and awe-inspiring. One of the polar sacalatls I witnessed had a large boomerang crafted from some unknown metal. I saw the creature send the boomerang hurtling into the air, and not so surprisingly, the boomerang returned back to its hand. Fascinating. Just simply fascinating. Much can be learned from studying these magnificent creatures. One of Ratava's most fascinating beasts is the Anagian flying monkey. It is a nomadic species that moves in large groups. The Anagian flying monkeys have golden fur, 6 limbs, 4 wings, and a tail. The adults of the species seems to have blue arrow patches along their limbs and head. Not quite sure why myself, so I'll need to research them a little further. The species as a whole are very welcoming. One of the younger Anagian flying monkeys found me hiding behind foliage and brought me to their group. I was welcomed in by these kind souls and participated in a series of games they were playing. I had suspected that these marvelous creatures use their wings to fly, but it would seem they are only there for the purpose of gliding. The Anagian species seems to have command over the wind itself. One creature actually created a ball of wind and rode on it like a scooter. Another was on the ground and threw a punch up in the tree to knock down some fruit. It is quite exhilarating to make these discoveries as I continue to build up my bestiary. The scariest of my discoveries on planet Ratava was the Zuguanic fireback lizard. This beast reached the size of a small mountain. Like its name suggests, it has a very large flame running down its back and tail. It also seems to have the ability to grab some of the fire off of its back and hold it in its hands. The fire can then be tossed at its prey. The one I saw had a scar on its left eye, so there is definitely a way of hurting the beast. But I'm not quite sure what it possibly could. The Zuguanic fireback lizard seems to have a thick hide, as I witnessed the creature walking through thickets of trees and knocking over natural rock structures. After careful observations, I did notice that this particular Zuguanic fireback lizard was very angry at one of the adult Anagian flying monkeys. The Zuguanic fireback lizard may have felt disrespected by the Anagian flying monkey, or perhaps he just wanted to let off some steam and began throwing fireballs at the arrow-headed friend. As I stand here witnessing this incredible sight, I cannot help but question which of these beautiful beasties will come out on top. Well, wouldn't you know, it seems it is time for me to go and explore other inhabited planets and see if I can locate some more rare beasts on my journey to become the #1 beast chronicler. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing if you want to see more art and Speedpaint related videos. If you want to see me turn things into other things, well, I have a whole what if playlist that you might be interested in. Other than that, I'll see y'all next Tuesday for a regularly scheduled video where I'll be taking more My Hero Academia characters and reimagining them back in the Savage Lands. That's right, MHA and the Savage Lands Part 2 comes out next Tuesday, next week. Can't wait to see you there. You guys have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.